can see, we've got the new lighter curtains up, and I don't know if you can see or tell that my inverter's running. It's pretty noisy in here. So here we are in Dickies Boatyard, and there's two kinds of boats in Dickies Boatyard. There's the wooden boats and the fiberglass boats. And the wooden boats are ideal for converting, the smaller ones are ideal for converting into electric boats, and as long as they're not too big. The smaller wooden boats can be converted into electric boats, or you can use oars. This is the other thing. But anybody who's renovating old boats should consider that the diesel engine is never ever coming back again, and that the price of diesel is just going to go through the roof. And so it's best that they consider what the options are as far as propelling the thing goes, and perhaps these people are good enough sailors to not need engines at all. I myself are a bit of an amateur, and so for me a small electric motor to get in and out of port is essential, really, also with my age. And so I see the way forward as being these little, for people with not much money, these little electric restored old fiberglass boats, because for a start you can buy them very inexpensively. You can, they don't need a special place to work on them, because they're their own little house, if you like. Normally the structure outside, the fiberglass structure, can be made watertight very quickly, and then you can work on them on the inside is what needs doing mostly. And so you've got your little house, if you like, that you can then restore. But with a wooden boat it's a bit difficult, because you really need to put inside a shed, and poor people don't have sheds. And so that's one of the main reasons why the fiberglass boats are so popular with the new breed, if you like, of eco-warriors who are setting the way forward for mankind to recycle everything, replacing what was a mistake from the old technology with something that's more environmentally friendly. Okay, here's the state of affairs in Dickies Boatyard as we stand today, and I've just been wandering around and randomly videoing different aspects of it, so you can have a look and see where we're at here at Dickies. Okay. I'm having a cup of coffee now, and now that we've got our new curtains up, and we'll notice that the battery is now sitting at 13.5 volts. It's still charging, recovering some of the power that it used to render and upload the video, running both the phone and the computer, which was pretty good. Hard task, if you like, with a very overcast sky. So I should imagine it will recover within the next hour or so, and I'll let you know what happens after I've had my cup of coffee. Discovered something very interesting. There's two USB chargers on this particular object here. One says 1.1 amp and the other says 2.1 amp, or is it 1 amp? I can't remember. Can't see 1 amp, I think. And if I plug the iPhone into that, it charges, but if I plug it into 2.1 it says it's charging and then it turns off, thinking it's some kind of wrong appliance because it's charging too high probably for the iPhone. But the iPad seems to work on this one. So there's something, if you plug them in the wrong place, you're not going to get the result that you think. You think there's something wrong with something. And so it's quite important to sort all this stuff out on land, know what's going on. And I don't think the iPhone charges at all on this one here, which is also 2.4 amps. So there you go. Top right hand corner you'll see the iPad's charging on the 2.1 amp setting. And so these two objects work with that particular plug. So that particular plug is really good if you want to consider getting one like that that's got these two different charging rates on it. Well, I've just finished patching that up. It didn't take very long, but the precautions with the epoxy are very, very, very important. And so the thing not to do is not to touch that to see if it's dry yet, because if you do that it gets in your skin and you get terrible sensitized to it and terrible poisoning from it. And so just to wait now, you'll see that there's a little bit of a dent in it there. Now I've put the tape, you can't see the tape, but I'll put the tape over the whole strip area there because it's a bit of a split there, and that joins the two pieces of the bottom and the top together. And then I'm going to put some chopped strand matte mix, filler mix into that area there and go over the top of it with another piece of woven roving. And so that will do it really, and then it just needs to be painted again. So it was a lot easier than I imagined it was going to be, so not to be frightened of that kind of repair. It's an easy job.
Measure it, add on a bit, and then that's great. Let's move. Well, yeah, come on. Lump hammer. Just a few pegs to bash in with the collar. What? It's not dinner time yet, or is it? Well, it feels like it. Yeah. Definitely feels like it. I think we can floppy mould it, shackle. Right. Apart of the past down over the top bits as well, I think. We don't need that anymore, do we?
I didn't mean it anyway.
I mean, we can take some weight.
Load up to that, you don't need to lash it on, but I mean.
Oh, this is my railing solution here. I'm going to put my guardrail onto these rings, and I'm going to put a M6 bolts into them and set them into the saw off the metal, what do you call them, poles, and fiberglass a bolt into the end of the pole and screw these on the top, and some of them are going to go through into the corner here, and put a ring on each corner for the rear guardrails to go onto. So there's 2 for that and 3 for the ends of the poles. So we'll see how we get on with that. Already had the M6 bolts, but they are A2 rather than A4 stainless, but we'll see how we get on with it. Okay. Gentleman who owns a boat walking his dog. Everybody's relaxing at the end of the day. It's been very productive, I think. I'm just taking little moves, you know, and just adding them all together. It gives you a bit of a kind of ticky-toy.
Yeah.
What have you been doing?
Pardon?
What have you been doing?
This is just undercoat,
Doing some undercoating?
but it's hard covering the grey. The green's not too bad, but the grey's hard. So might have to just go on hard a little sooner.
I just have to watch out I don't walk into something while I'm filming.
The thing is, I'm putting it on. It's that nice, the weather.
Yeah, it's so damn nice, isn't it? Yeah. And how are you doing it? With a roller or a brush?
Oh, feathering it. You're putting it on with a roller, then feather with this.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Where are you heading to?
I think, about 4 hours away.
4 hour sail. Well, that's nice for starters, isn't it? So where are you heading to first?
We're going to up past Puffin Island and up towards Mulfrey, and then we're going to anchor up in Truth Pecan.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
All being well.
All being well. And this is the first time you had it out for this year?
No, we went out last 2 weeks ago just for a shakedown, because we've been out of the water for a month, painting and usual maintenance. As we all know, boats are an endless, bottomless pit, time and money. Right.
Oh well, you have to have fun, don't you, somehow?
Absolutely. Right.
ya. Yeah, I'd put as much undercoat on. In fact, you don't need to do the whole lot. You could just do it where it's patchy, you know.
Pardon?
You don't need if.
Scott needed a new shed, and we needed a shed to put the mystery in to do the rebuild. So we ran a course and taught a lot of people how to do traditional timber frame using our own timber from the sawmill, and that's it. And we've just done, I suppose, phase one of the construction, which is the main frame plus purlins. The next thing to do would be sarking board for the roof, and then the tin sheets itself, and then hopefully we'll get the boat in.
And what are you going to do with the boat?
Well, the boat, she needs a complete restoration, and then once it's done, we think it's big enough to do small scale, what the French would call cabotage. We'll move goods just around the shallower harbours of North Wales and South Wales and Brittany, where we've been before, Ireland, Scotland. Really sort of symbolic cargoes, not you know, massive money-making loads, but small stuff.
Yeah, what a wonderful idea. Bring back the old ways, eh?
Yeah, the idea is to just reconnect the ports which were there for trade and commerce and that now have nothing to do with it, and to get them sort of thinking about what's possible.
Yeah.
And also to bring back, really want to keep the boat builders alive, boat builders going, re-establish the connections between the boats and the forest. Wales had a fantastic tradition of building all manner of fantastic vessels all up and down the coast, and that's completely gone. And almost the memory has gone with it. But that's what we were capable of at one point. So that's it really, sort of combined operation, restoring a boat, trying to restore sustainable trade, sustainable commerce. That's it.
But we'll see how far it goes. See how far we get with it.
How much paint have you gone through so far?
The undercoat is up to now is only 2.5 litres, which isn't bad, and the price of that, and it's amazing stuff. Really
What did that
stuff.
cost?
Yeah, it's really cheap gear.
Yeah. Well, it's looking good. And it's going to be blue on top, isn't it?
Just the blue, just on the deck paint, yeah. Just where the deck, where they are. Mainly white, isn't it? The sides are going to be white and everything.
Yeah.
Just where the tread's going.
Yeah.
I've aged with it. I know, I just lost a pin. Where's that gone?
So that'll be the last one you make, you reckon?
Well, I don't know. Never say last, but